Hello everyone, I'm Sana. I've completed my MTech in computer science, and today I'm going to take a session on basic of ABAP. Basically, in this lecture, we are going to cover these topics. So the topics are what is ERP, centralized and decentralized system, introduction to SAP, and introduction to ABAP. Okay, so for understanding ERP, we will first go with example. Okay, so ERP, yeah, let me just do the slideshow. Okay. So first question here is what is ERP? Now ERP, the full form, if we go with full form, the full form of ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay. Now to understand it in a better way, we have an example here. So let's take one example. This is example of Sharmaji. Sharmaji is the person who was owner of one bag shop. He was having different kinds of bags. So when he started the shop, the customer that were coming to his shop on monthly basis were around 50 to 100. So during this time, he was able to manage everything by his own. Okay, but slowly the business started to grow. Now the customers that were coming to him were around 500 to 1000. So now Sharmaji thought like, oh, now I can't handle all these things alone. I need different units now, so I need employees. So he decided like he will recruit some employee. Okay, and to have a best quality of employee, he made the first unit here, and that unit was HR unit. That module we can say, that unit we can say. Okay, so this was the first module that he introduced in his company or in his business, which was HR system. Now, after making HR system, good qualities of employees came to sell the product. They were explaining all the things about the product. Now, and Sharmaji was handling all the finance thing. Okay, so again, the business started growing again. So now the sale has reached around 5,000 to 10,000 customers were coming. The shop size was big enough. And now Sharmaji thought like now everything handling by his own self is not enough. Now he will need different unit in this business. So first he was having HR department in his business. Now he has decided like I'll use financial department also to handle the money. Okay, because money is very important asset in any business, and to use it in a proper way is also a big task. So financial unit was responsible for that. Then slowly as the business was growing, he also thought like taking all the things from vendor is good, but like he can also manufacture the things. So proper material is needed for it. So material management, one more unit he has taken, which was material management. Along with this, when material management come, quality testing purpose was important. And after that, manufacturing also came. With manufacturing, different machineries also came. So after machinery, it was also important to increase the business, increase the customers. So for that, proper advertisement and all is needed. For increasing the advertisement, we need ST, sales and department. Okay, so depending upon the requirements, slowly he has opened different modules, different unit in his organization. So here, when he increased all these things, when his business was growing, okay, from middle size to huge size, when it was increasing, that time he thought like now it is important for me to do the resource planning. Okay, resource planning. What were the resources here? All the employees were the resources. So whatever employees were there, they were the resources. And planning means what? To have an optimization optimized use of it and have proper utilization of what you have. So resource planning is important. And in this resource planning, now when we are doing resource planning, one thing was employees. Now what is the other thing? Money is also important aspect when it comes to business. So yeah, he was managing all the um, he has a department which was planning for the money also, money resource also. Is this only two things that we need to plan about the resources? No, there are so many resources that we will need. So we have taken care of employee money. There are material also, machinery, marketing methods, different marketing methods. So when we start a business and when the business becomes huge, so there are so many resources that will come. So this is what ERP is. Okay, ERP is this thing only. ERP is enterprise. Enterprise means what? Enterprise is a technical word for huge organization. So huge organization, enterprise, resources. The resources just now I have mentioned, in which employees, money, material, machinery, marketing, all the things will come, and proper planning of it. And in proper planning, by this proper planning, I mean proper utilization and optimization of all the things. Okay. So this is what ERP is, Enterprise Resource Planning. So SAP is one of the example of ERP. Okay, so this is what ERP is. ERP is enterprise resource planning. Now, software that control whole organization department. ERP softwares are that software that can control whole organizations, different department. So when we make use of these kind of software, it controls all the units: sales, production, finance, accounting, okay, human resources. Everything is planned by this ERP. So it is responsible for handling all these things. So there are different kinds of ERP model. One is BAN, then PeopleSoft, then Oracle and SAP. Okay, SAP is example of it, and I believe like SAP is very good example of ERP software, and it is very important for every business to use this to grow. Okay, now yeah, when we were using different unit, we have seen that when Sharmaji was using this different unit, so these different units are, it is important for them to interact with each other. Okay, interaction is important. Like if suppose all the HR team, like for example, if HR team is using their different software and managing all the details about HR, if vendors, if financial are using their important software, suppose they are using Tally software and they are organizing and they are saying that yeah, Tally will solve all our problems, so we will use Tally. Suppose HR is using some VB.NET software and they are saying like, okay, by using this software we'll manage all these things. Sales department is using some of the other software. So what happens is the interaction won't be possible. Okay, and then different kinds of problem can occur. So when the business is one, so it is very important that the software also that is used here should be one. And what will be the advantage of one software? Everyone can see, authorized person can see the data, okay, what are present. So sales manager can see all the data that is there in finance. Finance person can see all the data that is in HR. Okay, so proper interaction happen when there is only one software. So this is what is centralized and decentralized system. In centralized system, there's one software only which is managing all the things here, and all the things are managed in proper way. Whereas when it is decentralized system, everyone is having their own software. Okay, so it is always better to have a centralized ERP software. Now, after this, let's come up to the SAP introduction. Now, see, SAP is the name of the company as well as the product also. So here we are discussing about the product. So SAP stands for System, Applications and Products in Data Processing. See, if we are dealing with a business and we have to store the data, so data plays very important role here. So complete data processing is done by the SAP thing, SAP software. Now, ERP software is used for huge size organization as well as top MNCs. Yeah, SAP support every kind of business. So you can't say like only one kind of sector is supported by SAP. No, every kind of business, and in the business also all the modules can get a support from SAP. Okay. Now let's discuss about the history of SAP. So SAP company was started in 1972 by 5 IBM IBM workers. The location where it started was Germany, and that's why it is available in German language. But nowadays it is available in so many other languages also. So you all have to just comment me and tell me in how many languages SAP is working now. Okay. So yes, now the SAP is having two kinds of levels. So the first level that was the first software that was released was called as SAP R2. Okay, which was two-tier architecture, and then the advanced version was released, which was R3. Okay, now what is this SAP R2 and R3? Now see here we can see when see for the business person, data is important. Data is everything. So when the client is coming, if you are directly giving direct access to the data, then for sure many problems can occur. Okay, so any client or any functional people also, if they are having direct access to the database, they can access it, they can manipulate it, and they can also delete it. So that is a worst case scenario for any business. So that's why direct business giving them access to the database was rejected. This model was rejected, and this model was accepted where we were giving a copies. Okay, so here three things were introduced. One was database level, one was application level, and one was presentation level. So what basically happened here is in presentation level, all the clients were there, all the functional people were there. Application level was deciding what content should be given, and always the view of it was given. View of it means a copy of it was given. The main data was not touched. Okay, so this was a very big solution for a problem. The data was not given direct access to the client. Okay, there was one more layer here which was deciding what content should be given and access, and what should be not given the access. Now, after this, let's discuss about introduction to ABAP. What is ABAP? So ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Programming Language. It is fourth generation language. Okay, now the whole SAP software is made using this language only. So that's why ABAPer have a very important role here. We can add the modules if we need in the software according to the requirement, and we can do different kinds of enhancement in it. So yeah, that's why ABAPers are required. Now, SAP modules, these are few examples. See, these are a few examples. We can, any business can have less than these modules also, and more than these modules are also available, depending upon the size of the organization. Now, here we can see there are financial accounting, financial supply chain management, controlling, material management, sales and distribution, logistic execution, production planning, quality maintenance, then plant maintenance, project system, and human resources. Okay. Now, SAP consultant are basically working in two sectors. One is functional consultant and one is technical consultant. Functional consultants are, like I have already showed you, these are different units. So the people working here in different sectors will be functional consultant for us, or business consultant, and we will be technical people who will be working on as an ABAPer. Okay, so programming consult. And see, it is like having a it will be having many different system interaction also. So when there is the different system interaction, networking consultants are also important here. So the networking consultant are called as basis here. Okay, now let's see the interview question. So till now we have seen all the important aspect of ERP. Along with this, I also wanted to take some important interview questions. Okay, so first interview question, important interview question is, what is ERP? So we can say that ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning software, and it is an integrated computer-based system used to manage a company's resource effectively. Okay, so using it effectively is important. So it ensures smooth information amongst various department in an enterprise or a company, and manages the workflow. Okay. Now the second question here is, what are different types of ERP? So different types or different example, different software of ERP. So just now we have seen SAP, BAN, JD, Edward, okay, PeopleSoft, Microsoft Dynamics. So there are so many examples of SAP ERP softwares that are available in market. Then next question can occur like, tell me briefly about SAP. So SAP stands for System Application and Product and Data Processing. So the company, you can tell about the company also. As we have discussed, the company was founded in 1972 by five IBM employees in Germany, and it was made in Germany language. Okay. Now SAP is the name of the company as well as the ERP product. And you can also say how much it is used nowadays. Okay, so SAP has more than 140,000 installation worldwide, over 25 industry specific business solution, and more than 75,000 customers in 120 countries are using it. Okay, now what are different SAP product? So in the SAP product, first launch product was R2, and it was having some of the difficulties it was having. That's why R2 was launched. Okay, and that's why after that R2 is only used worldwide. Now is list the different modules in SAP. So we have already seen these are the different SAP modules. And then is SAP a database? So no, SAP is not a database, but it is an application that makes use of databases provided by other vendors like Oracle, SQL Server, etc. Okay, so here in this picture also we can see that there are different database that is already available, but we will see SAP will just manage all the things. Okay, so database and SAP is not the same thing. These are the different things. So yeah, this is about what is SAP. In the next class, we will see the SAP software, and also we will see how we can make tables and all in SAP. So yeah, meet you in the next session. Bye.